Welcome to the Oregon Trail. This is a game where you follow four adventurers on their journey to the Oregon County. We start with the town of Independence and we will go all the way to the Oregon City. Take a journey across 2,000 miles of plains, rivers, and mountains. If for some reason you don't survive, your wagon burns, or thieves steal your oxen, or you run out of provisions, or you die of cholera, don't give up. Try again and again and again. First, we need to select our party members. So there are several choices we have here. We have a musician, we have a guide, and we have an angler. I think we will start with the guide. Second, we have farmer, musician, and prospector. I think we will go with farmer. Our third choice, we have adventurer, angler, and banker. I think we would go with the banker. Lastly, we have missionary, prospector, and the trapper. And these people, they have their own personality traits. So let's take a look at the missionary's characteristics. She is egotistical, she's self-obsessed to the point of damaging relationships, and she's pessimistic. Not really good trait for a person to hang out with. Nathaniel, he's a trapper. He's hedonistic and funny. I think I'll go with him. Alright, so we have Julia, Samuel, Abigail, and Nathaniel. Let's start our journey. We have to select the supply and provisions for our wagons, along the way. I think we can start with greenhorn cage, which is good. It's not so bad. Okay, let's add it. And we can continue shop more things. So we have 50 bullets, 10 clothes. The map comes with the character, harmonica, medicine, traps, okay, wooden box, repair boxes, some weed, and coffee. I think we might need a bait, probably, add the wagon. And maybe we need some grease oil to help maintain our wagon. Let's add one, two, one. That's maybe one. Okay, let's do wagon. $467. We still have some spare to go. We have probably roughly $93 to go. So I think we can afford one more wheel grease. Let's add another wheel grease. Okay, 422. Do we need guidebooks? Guidebooks, $10. Yeah, I think we can spare some guidebooks. Let's buy two. Alright, 502. We have $48 to spare. Okay, view wagon. So far, so good. Pay now. Alright. With their wagon packed and spurred on by the promise of Oregon, the intrepid party say their final goodbyes before they set out for Independence, Missouri. So we started from the county of Missouri, and then we're going to the state of Oregon. Okay, let's continue. Alright, we can talk to some of the people in town. Locals and fellow immigrants mill about the main street. A little conversation may be just the thing to get the lay of the land. Let's talk to Douglas. Greetings, fellow travelers. Are you heading to Oregon too? It's been quite the journey already, hasn't it? And it's meant to get harder from here. Perhaps you can help me out. I met this woman here. She left with her family, heading to Oregon. I very much wish to see her again. Ava was her name. You haven't met her, have you? Who is Ava? She is incredible, radiant as the sun and as bright. The most beautiful thing I have ever seen. Friend, I can call you that, yes? You must help me find her. Please, if you run into Ava anywhere on the trail, tell her about me. Tell her Douglas, that's me, will meet her at Fort Laramie. Agree to assist. Thank you, my friend. It must have been fate that I'm so lucky to find someone so kind. I hope to see you again soon. Alright, we can help you. Let's talk to Moses Harris. The party has heard tales of the famous mountain man Moses Harris and decided to look for him at the local hotel. Unfortunately, they find no sign of him. Instead, another man named James Clement takes them aside. I'm sorry, folks, but old Harris passed away, so I wish it weren't true. I really do. Alright, that's a shocking thing. I'm sorry to bother you. The party doesn't want to disturb James Clement any further, so they wish him well and say their goodbye. Alright, everybody looks depressed. Alright, in town we can do some trading. So it is a good opportunity to take a look at each party member's haggle skill. So we can trade supplies. And there are four options here. There are four offers here. So we can, the first person offers 3 coffee. We can haggle. And that's the Julia. Right, you have 4 wit. Right, the price is quite firm. It's okay. Let's talk to the second gal, Martha. Let's haggle. Samuel, how's your haggling skill? You have 4 wit. Okay, I'm afraid the price is quite firm. It's alright, we are perfectly stocked and supplied, so we don't need anything just yet. Let's haggle. Abigail. Alright, you have 5 wit and now it's 6. Alright, so she will be the talker in the group. The last one, Alice. Let's haggle. Nathaniel, what's your wit? You have 5 wit. It's not so bad. Alright, consider. Back. Okay, let's go to our inventory and try to use some of the items. We have guidebook. A guidebook printed to help travelers traverse the myriad western trails, though some are more trustworthy than others. The guidebook gives you character wayfinding +1, single use. Okay, so we can use the book 1 time on the character. So who should we use the book on? Let's try Julia. Okay, you have 4 wayfinding. Okay, let's use the second book. What's your skill, Samuel? 2, only 2. Okay. Alright, I think that's it. Okay, we're ready to go. Sure, depart. Let's go. Let's journey ahead. Alright, we start from the town of Independence. Our first stop is the Kansas River Crossing. A popular river crossing, the first challenge for any westward bound party. Pelts can be useful for sealing the wagon before crossing. 78 miles to go. Route challenges. All characters must survive. It gives you $50. Reach the next settlement in 9 days. It gives you $44. Okay, let's go. Okay, we have several routes we can choose to reach the river crossing. So let's go to the top one. Okay, travel. As morning breaks in Independence, our intrepid travelers take their first steps on the Oregon Trail. Spirits are high, everyone is in peak physical condition, the wagon is stocked, and the party is filled with vim and vigor. Right, 71 miles to go. Okay, let's take a look at our pace. Oh, a bright cluster of berry bushes surrounds a nearby rock, a stark contrast with the dusty brown of the trail. The berries are not readily identifiable and may be unsafe to eat. If they are indeed edible, however, they might take a fine supplement for dried rations. What should be done? Inspect the berries. Let's take a look. Who should inspect the berries? Let's have Julia take a look. These are poisonous. Julia is certain that the berries are inedible. The only reasonable decision is to leave them be. Alright. Let's take a look at the map. Our ration is meager, so I think we can move up to filling just to make the party feel happier. The pace right now is steady. I think it's good. We can arrive in 8 days, no problem. Ooh, someone fell from the sky. The party is at a complete loss for word. It's not every day that a man falls from the sky. Regardless, the responsible thing to do might be offer some assistance, assuming he survived the fall. Let's help him. Concern it all. Looks like I've run out of steam again. I knew these engines were nothing but trouble. A strange man dusts himself off. Excuse me, where are my manners? My name is Samuel Pappard, and I thank you kindly for your help just now. What you just witnessed was my latest invention, a flying machine, though I admit it's something of a work in progress. All that's missing is the right source of power, steam engines. Modern thought they may be, and are simply not up to the task. Samuel Pepper strokes his chin in thought. Well, that's a good idea you have there, sir. You are quite right to be impressed. I have studied the work of Sir George Cayley, an English inventor who has already built a working heavier than air glider. It's only a matter of time before humanity achieves the dream of powered flight. Yeah, just wait a couple of decades later, then you have two brothers that's going to invent the airplane. My dream is that an American will be the first to make such a flight. Indeed, if the winds are favorable, I see no reason why it shouldn't be me. He looks very excited. It was a pleasure to meet you. Okay, pleasure to meet you too. Our first stop is here. Campsite. Several travelers milled about, wagon unpacked, and campfires lit. This seems to be a popular camping ground, and maybe a safe place to spend the night to restore some stamina. Let's set up the camp. Alright, we can have everybody. The party gathers around the campfire. We can have everybody to tell the story. So far, our energy bar is full, so we don't need to refill our energy, so we can know each other a little bit well by telling stories. The party stays up late into the night telling stories about their lives around the warm, flickering light of the campfire. Alright, so we know a little bit better of everybody's skills. The party returns to the trail, though they didn't get a good rest. They managed to learn a little bit more about each other. Alright, should we go up or should we go down? Let's travel downward. Stop right there. Hand over your money. Lucy, fight back. Fight me, you coward. The bandit senses the hesitation in Abigail's voice and charges in for a brawl. Oh no. Oh crap. The scuffle is brief, but both parties walk away with their fair share of bruises. Okay. Fighting is rarely the answer, but for now the situation is diffused. Alright, we lost some health. But that girl got pretty hurt too. Okay, now we're at the Kansas River crossing. Oh wait, hunting. Hunting is ideally suited to those who have spent time in the wilderness, requiring keen shooting skill and the ability to track prey through challenging environments. Those with low stamina those with low stamina will be unable to carry back much meat. Who should hunt? The party has 50 bullets. So everybody's at full energy, and Samuel has 2 shooting, so I probably should not send him. Let's try Nathaniel. Oh, he has 1. It's even worse. Nathaniel examines the hunting ground ahead of him. It seems like he'll be able to find a few animals. Okay, I think our strategy is to hunt big animals. Okay, we got another bowl here. Okay, good, good. Okay, good. Alright, good. 150. 170. 170 pounds of meat. That's pretty good. I think we can only carry 150 with full stamina. Yeah, Nathaniel managed to hunt 170 pounds of meat, but only had enough stamina to carry 150 pounds back to the storage. So yeah, even with full energy bar, you can only carry 150 pounds of meat back to the camp. Thanks to careful placed traps, Nathaniel also managed to retrieve 30 pounds of extra meat. Alright. Nathaniel can spend some of time skinning the animal for valuable pelts, or press on down the trail to save some time. Let's get some pelts, because pelts are good when we cross the river. Nathaniel manages to obtain some pelts, though without a knife, he can gather nearly as many. Okay, let's take a look at our inventory. We have 164 meat. We have 5 pelts here and 1 over here. Okay. Oops. There are some scrapes on our wagon. We can use the toolbox to repair some of the damage here. Okay, reset. Looking good. While feeding the oxen, Julia observes that one of the beasts seemed lethargic. Means the beasts are tired. Its breathing labored. It might be sick. A full day's rest or additional food may well restore its vigor. Let's try to give them some extra flour. A portion of food is set aside to supplement the ox feed. With extra nutrition, the ox seems to make it through the worst of its sickness without taking a turn. Let's check the condition of our animals. So they're looking good so far. continue on. Can you hear that? The river is up ahead. Greetings, immigrants. Welcome to the Kansas River. How you choose to cross is the first real test of the trail. Now, don't think about fording any river deeper than the wagon bed, about 2.5 feet. You'll swamp your wagon and lose your supplies. So anything above 2.5 feet is not cross is not fordable. You cannot cross the river by fording if it's above 2.5 feet. You can chalk the wagon bed and float it to be smart and hire me to take your wagon on my ferry. Or you can, float the wagon or take a ferry. Why not have a look around before you decide? You can talk to me anytime you want to hear about the crossing options again. Okay, let's talk to some of the people here. Hi, my name is Albert. My family and I are excited about the prospect of journeying to Oregon. We sold all our possessions to stock our wagon, but it will be worth it. It's said that Oregon is a land of abundance. But first, we have to agree on how best to cross the Kansas River. Yeah, that's the real test. The first real test. We can afford to take a ferry. We are making our wagon into a boat. We will turn it over, chock the bottom and sides with pitch, and use it to float our goods across. Have to swim the animals. Hope it doesn't rain. The river is high enough. With the crowds of people waiting to get on the ferry, we could be stranded here for days. Hope there's enough to graze on for all these animals. Not many people carry feed. I'd rather wait though than cross in a rickety wagon boat. Okay, that's the ferry operator. Let's go back. Let's try if we can trade some of the items with people. It appears that some people are willing to trade with you. Let's see. 3 toolboxes, 3 pelts, 31 bullets, and 3 coffee. Let's see what we need. We only have 1 toolbox left. We might need some toolbox. We only have 6 pelts, so maybe we can get some pelts to chuck on the wagon. Let's take a look at the toolbox. We can trade with 1 medicine, 10 bullets, 4 pelts, or 64 flowers. Let's try haggling. Who should haggle? Abigail. Success. Yes, that seems fair. After a short discussion, the pair comes to an agreement. The price slightly improves. Okay, let's trade with 9 bullets. Actually doing business. Let's try to get 3 pelts. Let's haggle. Have Abigail do the talk. That seems fair. Okay, what should we give? Should we give 23 bait, 2 cloves, or 1 medicine? Medicine are pretty useful, so I think we will give them the cloves. We don't need cloves so far. Our hygiene looks okay so far. Pleasure doing business. Alright, let's consider how we cross the river. So right now the river is 2.1 depth and the current is slow. I think we can just ford the river. 62% of success. We can seal the wagon. Let's see if we chalk the wagon. Okay, it's only 23%. Okay. Anything below 2 and 5 feet, I think it's crossable on legs. Okay, let's try for the river. Let's seal the wagon. Let's use the 3 pelts. 87%. Okay. Nathaniel plugs the gap between the supply with the animal skins. The wagon should be made ready before we drive her across. Let's do it. Ford River and continue with 87% of chance of success. Without further delay, the party fastens down their supplies and prepares to enter the cold water, careful not to get swept away in the current. Okay, now's the real test. Let's see how they fare. So far, so good. Going through the middle of the river without any damage. We're almost offshore. Yes, success. The party scrambles up the muddy bank and returns to the trail. Alright. Okay, so this is the first part of our Oregon Trail. We just finished Kansas River crossing, and the next big one is the Big Blue River. Alright, I'll see you next time.